Yo, what is up guys? In this video I will talk about the new Dead Cells update, Break the Bank. So in this free update it will give you a new biome, weapons, enemies and mutations. So I will talk about how you can encounter this new biome, what the new weapons and mutations do and how to get them, and also showcase the new enemies in this update. So if that sounds interesting, keep on watching and we get right into it. To trigger the biome to appear in the game, you first need at least have reached one of the final boss rooms. What is the throne room, where you fight the hand of the king, or the crown, where you fight the queen. You only have to reach them, you don't have to beat the boss. So once you have done that, the bank may appear in one of the passage, that is the transition levels between biomes, and then you may encounter a golden chest there to enter the bank. So how this biome works is that it will replace the next biome you could be entering from that passage. So you encounter the golden chest randomly throughout your run. If you do decide to skip the golden chest in the passage level when it appears, it won't appear again in the current run in the next passages. So there is no second chances to get into the bank in one run. When you enter the biome, you will be encountered by a bank worker, and he will tell you the bank has some unwanted invitations from monsters, because obviously the island is literally plagued with monsters, so of course this is the case. But yeah, you're the one to kill all the monsters in the bank, and will be given the red passkey to enter one of the floors. So there is a lift in the middle of the biome, and here you can travel to 4 different floors, where in 3 floors you need passkeys to enter them, which are the red, blue and green passkeys, where the red key will be given you at the start like shown before, and the blue one can be gained in the red floor and the green key can be gained at the blue floor. For the last floor, what is at the bottom, here you need to pay a toll to open the door, or you can just smash it open, but you will get cursed if you do this, and that's not really nice. So I don't recommend you do this, but if you're like a badass, go for it. Go for it. How the scrolls work in this biome, you will need to look at how many scrolls you could have gotten from the biomes it has replaced, and then -1 plus a guaranteed cursed chest in the red floor. In this biome, you encounter 4 new enemies, or let's say 3 enemies like the trailer said, but it's gonna be misleading you, because there is actually a secret enemy to catch you off guard, and it will fuck you over. At least it did for me, almost. It is not a funny enemy, but okay, there are 3 enemies, sort of. Because in this biome, you will encounter the golden kamikaze, what is just the same as a regular kamikaze, but will now give you gold. And I say this does not count as a new enemy, but a reskin. But moving on to the other actual new enemies. So the agitated pickpockets are these rat enemies with backpacks on them. They will swipe pretty quick, and if you are far away, they will scream and run at you to close the gap and start their quick swiping. The second new enemy is the gold Gorgers. This guy doesn't look that scary at first, but if you kill enemies around it, it will suck up the gold dropped by those enemies, and it will evolve into a second form. This form also is not that scary, but if he does suck up even more gold in this form, he will transform into his final form. And yeah, if you like the golems in the slumbering sanctuary, you're gonna love these guys. In the final form, he will start spawning golden blocks below the player, damaging them, and they will do so even though you are on a different platform than them. And if you run away from them, they will start teleporting towards you. They will also do this in the second form, by the way, but the second form isn't really that scary. So there is not really a good way to escape these guys, but if you do have to face the final form, try to let them teleport next to you and channel up your attack right when they're teleporting next to you to kill them easier. But the biggest tip should be to not let them evolve in the first place, because the first form is pathetic, so it's easy to take down. Now, the secret enemy is a shopkeeper, but not really. There are 3 shops in the bank: a weapon shop, a skill shop, and a food shop. So one of these shopkeepers is an imposter. And yes, it is a goddamn mimic. So if you end up buying an item from the shops, and if it is a mimic, he will start attacking you. He is very quick and does high damage, and he will jump after you if you are on other platforms. And also does an AoE attack, and also the chain grab attack from the timekeeper. So the best way I would say to defeat this thing is keep changing platforms and attack right after he landed following you, and repeat this He does high damage, so be ready if you bought something from the shops in this biome, so you are able to beat this guy. So now we're going to talk about new weapons. There are 3 weapons. These are the Dagger of Profit, what is dropped by the Agitated Pickpockets. This is a brutality based weapon and it will critical hit for 3 seconds after you picked up gold. This weapon is pretty good to quickly rush through mob enemies fast, because you will kill enemies very quickly if it is critical hit. And after an enemy died, it will drop gold and it keeps resetting the 3 seconds for the critical hit. The second weapon is the Gold Digger. This one is dropped from the Gold Gorgers. What is a survival based weapon that will critical hit if you have more than 12,000 gold, and also does make enemies drop 10 gold if you hit them with it. The attack of the weapon does a 2 hit, and then the last hit is a shockwave hitting around you. If you do use the weapon when you have 12,000 gold, it hits pretty hard, and it also changes its appearance to a golden pickaxe. The third weapon is Money Shooter. You can get this to drop from the golden Kamikazes, and it is a tactics based weapon where it will only fire when you got 150 gold to spare to shoot it, and it won't fire if you have no gold. I would say could be really good if you have a lot of gold to shoot it with, but if you have no gold, it's pretty useless. Also, there is some weird bug I read. If you got this weapon in your backpack and got the mutation that your weapon will fire in the backpack, the game will crash if you don't have any gold. So I recommend you don't try this when you're on a good run. Now let's talk about the 3 mutations and how to get them. The Midas blood mutation is dropped by the Gold Gorgers, and it will let you gain 3 gold per health point lost when you take damage. The gold plating mutation is dropped by the Mimic. This one will let you lose gold instead of health when you get hit. Keep in mind, if you don't have any gold, you will take health damage instead. For the get rich quick mutation, what is also dropped by the Mimic, you can accumulate bonus gold for every enemy killed while in the active speed buff when you kill multiple enemies. And after the boost is over, it will cash in the bonus gold you've earned. So in the green room, there is a obstacle course, and if you do reach the end, you will be able to get the outfit from this biome. And there's also a outfit dropped by the Agitated Pickpockets, what makes you look like them. So it's pretty funny. You can also borrow money in this biome, but you have to return the money you borrowed right before the exit. But you don't have to. You can break the door, but you will get cursed. And if you have a boss fight after you get cursed, well, that's not a good thing. So keep in mind that you still give back the money you borrowed. But guys, that was all for this update. I hope it was helpful. And if you do want to get new stuff quickly, bring in the Hunter's Grenade to get your new weapons and mutations much quicker. And I hope you have lots of fun if you are managed to be playing this new update. I thank you guys for watching. Leave a like to support the video and subscribe to Gamesgridnetwork for more videos. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.